Breakthrough, a Dads of Stillwater novel. Written by Anna Ashley. Narrated by John Solo. Chapter 1. Milo. My mom always used to say there are 3 certain things in life: birth, the shit in between, and death. Milo, you just have to find that gap in the shit and break through. Then you'll be free. Well, shit or clouds, whichever way the wind blew that day. Sometimes I got dreamy, happy mom. Other times, I got sad mom. Regardless, I've held on to her words for as long as I can remember. It's difficult when shit keeps piling, people keep dying, and there aren't many clouds. At least not the white fluffy kind. I push my thoughts aside as I stare into the big brown eyes of the one person who makes all the shit in between worthwhile and makes me think my mom was right about the clouds. Sometimes there is an opening. Like Sarah. She's the gift life gave me when it took everything else away, the breakthrough in the middle of all the really hard stuff. She's my fluffy white cloud. "Hello, baby doll," I coo, tickling her tummy. "Shouldn't you be asleep?" She does a long stretch from her nap and then kicks her arms and legs. I can't resist taking her from the crib and into my arms. I love how she smells and how soft she is. "Oh, someone needs a diaper change." She blows some bubbles as her agreement, and my practiced moves take care of the rest. Kissing the top of her head, I walk into the living area. Well, living area is a stretch. It's more like my lounge/bedroom/kitchen, but never mind, it's clean, tidy, and for as long as I can afford rent, it's mine. "You'll spoil her rotten," Florrie, my neighbor, says. "She needs to get used to waking up without you here." I know. I won't do it tomorrow," I say, kissing Sarah on her cheek and giving her to Florrie, who will look after her while I'm at work. Sarah doesn't complain. "You say that every day." "You also say every day this is your last babysitting day because you have your knitting club, your bingo night, and Lord knows what else. And yet, here you are." She gives me a look that tells me not to sass a retired teacher if I know what's good for me. "Her dinner is in the fridge," I say, "and I put a set of spare clothes on the chair in the nursery. I know. This isn't my first rodeo, my boy. Now off you go to work. Us girls have some important things to get on with. No boys allowed." She ushers me out the door, and I let out a little sigh. My heart breaks every time I have to leave my girl, even though I know she's in the best hands. God bless the day Florrie moved next door to the townhome we live in and needed help with the water pipe in her kitchen sink. Florrie, of course, fell in love with Sarah, while I fixed her problem. I got soaked in the process, but gained a new friend. She's not from around here. You can tell because there's no way she'd have moved to the south side of Stillwater if she knew better. Then again, on a teacher's retirement salary, I don't know if she could have afforded anything in a nicer part of town. I look at my flip phone and see I have time to walk to work, so I save the bus money for the journey back. Saving money is a bonus, but I enjoy the walk when it's a beautiful summer day like today. If I ignore the old houses with the broken window panes and the overgrown grass and broken swings on what used to be our playground, it's not so bad. The birds are chirping away, the sun is shining, and I know my girl is safe. In a few more blocks, I'll be in the rich part of town. During the 30-minute walk to work, I get to pretend I live in a nice house with 2 bedrooms, one for me and one for Sarah. We'd have a backyard and a living room big enough for a play area. Yes, we'd definitely have a garden. I'd plant my mom's flowers there, her favorite pink roses. And even though we probably wouldn't have the right weather for it, we'd plant tulips because she loved tulips and because it would be our house. So we could. And Florrie would live next door to us like she does now, of course. Before I know it, I arrive at the grocery store where I work, setting my dreams aside to make way for the real world. "Milo!" Pauline, one of the stalkers, pulls me toward the break room when I'm barely through the door. She always knows everything. It's like she has ears everywhere in this place. "Wow, are you trying to dislocate my arm?" She looks around as if to check that there's no one nearby. "Rumor is there's a new supervisor vacancy coming up," she says. "And by rumor, you mean?" She shakes her shoulders and straightens her work shirt, which is a hideous brown we all hate. I was in Gerald's office earlier. Oh, are you okay? Do you need a shower? A Lysol spray? She laughs. You didn't get that close. Only close enough to notice the top 2 buttons on my shirt were undone, so he had a peek at the top of my bra. She shudders. Fucking pervert. Anyway, when I asked him about any jobs coming up, he sang like a canary. He thinks I want a promotion so I can be in the office with him all day. As if. She rolls her eyes. I give her a hug. Thank you. Every time I ask for more hours, his excuses are budget cuts. His hands are tied. Blah. Always the same. Bullshit. I don't know why he's got it in for you, but I'll find out. She looks at her watch. Oh, crap, I gotta go. My boyfriend is picking me up. We'll catch up about this next time, okay? Sure. Pauline grabs her bag from her locker and runs out the door. I love her for her tenacity. She's moving to Florida in a few months, not that anyone else but me knows it, so she's taken it upon herself to right all the wrongs in the store. We all know Gerald, the store manager, has a thing for her, and by the looks of it, she's using her powers for the greater good. The girl is crazy, but I'll miss her when she goes. I don't have much on me, only a sandwich to eat on my break and my phone, so I put those in my locker and get ready to start my shift. The late shift is hard, because I don't get to read Sarah a bedtime story and watch as she falls asleep for the night, but it's the best shift at work. As everyone finishes their jobs, they come in for their last-minute groceries, so we get busy, and busy means time goes by fast. It also means there's a chance I'll see one of my favorite customers, which is the highlight and one of the worst parts of my working day. Oh, it's awful, having a crush on someone and being so tongue-tied you could literally spit out a scarf. I settle in at my usual register. Psst, hey, Milo. I roll my eyes and turn around in my chair to face Jimmy, who should pay attention to the customer he's serving. I point to the customer and he shrugs, so I shake my head and turn back around. The last thing I need is Jimmy getting us in trouble because he's bored and wants to chat. Gerald has a way of sniffing out when someone so much as sneezes in the wrong direction, and then he's there in your face ready to lord over his menials. The store gets busy and I lose track of time as I serve one customer after the next until they all blend into one. Well, almost. Like my mom said, sometimes there are those breaks, and Ethel is one of them. She always picks my checkout line, and I adore her. Hey, sunshine, I say as I scan her groceries. I do it slowly and help her bag everything up to ensure nothing falls out of the basket in her walker. Hey, gorgeous, have you found your